Can't tell you my name because it's classified. What I can tell you is that I spent 15 years in the American Special Forces and then another 5 years running Black Ops in the Middle East. I'm here today to teach you 25 different ways of disarming a firearm from an assailant. Now here's our first method. Okay? The idea is to disarm the gun from the assailant and then point it at him for intimidation. You need to try to avoid taking the shot for as long as possible because you don't want to kill the guy. You want to put him in custody so you can interrogate him and try to break down his terrorist cell. Now, step one, you grab the gun, you redirect, and you take control. Step two, you snatch the firearm and then you point it at his head. Remember, when you're up close and personal, like I'm talking point blank range, you always have to remember to twist your gun on the side for intimidation. Like that. See, just like that. See, he's intimidated. He's getting intimidated right now, But remember, if someone twists their gun on the side, it's gonna be a kill shot. Now, for this one, same principle as the disarm number one, but just with a slightly different technique. Now, your first step, you're going to want to step out of the way, push the arm. Remember, then the second step is redirect, take control, then you disarm the weapon, and from here, you've got two choices. You can either push into the rib cage, that way you can take the shot up close and personal, or you can step back and point it at his head. Now this time we're doing technique 3. This is only used when your assailant is crouching from a distance. Now remember, for this one, you always want to be standing to the opposite side to which they have their firearm. Now, firstly, step one, just put your hands up and act like you're willing to surrender. Just say, "Please don't shoot me, Mr. Terrorist. I also love Allah." Now, first you walk slowly to them, then you start to run and execute step 2. Take the gun, point it at his head. Remember, you have to execute the slide well. Good to practice this with your family cat because you need to remember the slide is a very difficult maneuver. The next one is good when you're in the hood, you're dealing with your gangsters. Now, for this one, step 1, grab the wrist. Step 2, bring down. Now, you try and do those as fluid as possible. Pivot, hold the gun up high on the side. The reason for this, always hold it up high, because A, intimidation, B, the speed of gravity helps with the impact, meaning his head goes further that way. Now step 5, if you're confident enough with the previous 4 steps, you only have one step in this one. Slap the gun downwards. Remember, you can also draw your own bigger gun after this technique and make them wet their pants. Now this next technique is the most difficult we have done so far. Remember, I'm going to do this extremely slowly so you can understand, because at full speed, I'm moving at like 80 meters per second. So you won't be able to see it. Now, see, this is for when your target points a gun to the back of your neck. You just grab the gun, throw it, and turn around. And if you're badass, like me, a palm to the chest will probably give him a heart attack. Now this is a technique we used in Black Ops to avoid physical confrontation and avoid injury. Now, firstly,
give me your intel.
Now step 1 is to bribe the assailant. I don't have intel, but here's $5.
$5 will also do.
Step 2 is to walk away and then skip with the assailant to make them prove you're friendly. For step 7, it's counter-intimidation. Alright, this is a good one. You can only really learn by watching.
Give me your money.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Hands up.
Oh no.
Now give me your money.
Okay, here's my gun.
Oh. Now you see, this one works well. Not only did I get my money back, but I got a free gun. Now, this next step refers to the fight or flight method of combat. Very effective in Black Ops. Didn't use this one too much in Special Forces, though. Now, it works well if they got a particularly wide shooting stance. Now, if they're robbing you, your first step is to throw money as a distraction, then kick them in the nuts and run away.